Welcome back. We got another video. On this one we're going to be working on the noise at startup. It makes a real awful noise, especially when it's early in the morning. It's the belt drive system, and instead of just doing one part of the system, I'm going to replace the whole thing. So here's all the part numbers. I'll put them in the description. And this has two belts, and there's one for the AC, so it's getting two new tensioners and the belts and the pulleys and everything. So you will need to get to the bottom for the AC one. There's really not a good spot to get it from on top. There's like not much room. So here we have this little cover. It's two 13s. Before we do work on it, I'm going to disconnect the battery. Here's what it looks like from the back. There's both of the bolts for the pulley. So right now I got an extension and a ratchet. I'm going to turn it clockwise or tighten it to get the belt off. So at the bottom I got two bolts. I got an extension and a 15mm socket, so now I'm going to break them free with the ratchet. Like, I am using power tools, but just be very careful you don't back out your ratchet into a dead end. I was getting close, but you know, I was being cautious. There we go. And then just push this guy out. Look at the difference. Yep. That was trash. And yes, you could just replace the pulley, but the spring gets weak, so might as well do it all together and get it over with. Just like before, we got a pulley here, and you want to turn it clockwise or tighten it, and then we get rid of the slack. Carefully we pull off the belt like that. Remember the orientation of the belt. And if you have to, you can always look it up online. Some vehicles will have it for you. So for this belt tensioner, this one has 3 15s. And I broke them loose, and I'm going to take the electric ratchet to them. I'm going to take the bolts out because they're the same length. I don't want to mix them up, but they're the same length. There you go. Let's play a little bit of Jenga or Tetris. There's only one shorter bolt, but I can guarantee you it's not that one. It's not that one. It obviously goes here. And then we got this front pulley, just a single 15. Just gonna do this one by hand, there's no point in risking it. If your ratchet can't make progress and you don't hear clicks like that, what you want to do is tilt the socket over, bind it up, and put some pressure at an angle. And the friction will help you back it out and make progress. But also, it depends on the socket. You have the ratchet, the quality's low, and it's just sucky. And it won't make much progress, it'll take forever. There's this one. It has a little bracket in the back to hold the bolt. It's not leaking, but it has a lot of in and out play. That's wild. Look at that. Actually, yeah, that's a problem for another day. I hear a little noise. This thing is insane. So old and it just does not care. Not much noise. I do hear the AC when it's on. Like, it's pretty noisy, but I don't know if that was the pulley or not. But now that since we got the front belt off, we can take off the little one. Make sure the old and the new belts are the same length. So we just stretch them out like that, and we're good. Yeah, I chose to do the hardest first and the easiest. The AC belt you want to install from top to bottom. Like, it's pretty frustrating doing it from the bottom. Like, you cannot see what you're doing, like, at all. Some belts, I haven't seen it in a while, but some belts do have a direction, like the text, but it doesn't apply to this. I forget when I see it though. It's been a while. to get it around the crank first. There you go. I got it pretty close, so now you get our ratchet here. All right, we're done. Last thing is to start it up. Make sure there's no tools in the way. And reconnect the battery. Did order one extra part, but I'll just keep it for another 5.3. It's all good. Well, thank you guys. That was pretty straightforward. Don't know what's next. I think next I do have some steering to take care of, so maybe we'll get a video of that pretty soon actually. But yeah, I'm happy, and then I don't have to be worried about the belt flying off any day now. Alright, see you guys. We're not going crazy with the brake clean because I always do clean it when I do an oil change. So just a little bit will be okay.